Yeah, you said if Giannis doesn't win another championship, his legacy would be take a hit. If he stays in Milwaukee,
Yeah.
why do you think that?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question because Giannis, he's one of my favorite dudes because he's a real one. But the way people took it, I don't think people grasp what I'm saying.
Uh,
I know he's an all-time great. There's no denying it.
yeah,
Of course he is. He's phenomenal,
bro,
and
Giannis
we
is
get
amazing.
that part. I'm saying because he's so phenomenal. If the last title he won was in 2021 and he's never to win a title again, you're gonna be like, damn, what happened? Because his talent warrants that. You're not gonna blame him. You
Never blaming Giannis. Bro. Giannis is one of the most efficient players on every level of basketball. Like as far as him, he does what he has to do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the supporting cast kind of plays a key role, or it plays a role on if Giannis would go further in the playoffs or even back to a finals. You know what I'm saying? Like it depends on your teammates. No star can do it alone. No star has done it alone, honestly. So that's kind of the reason. Like, bro, Giannis is an amazing player, and I feel like, bro, Giannis, maybe you. I don't think he gonna do it, but you might have to leave Milwaukee, bro. You might have to leave Milwaukee. You might just have to, bro. 2021 was a great, awesome year for you. I ain't gonna lie. That was one of the, bro. I couldn't be more happy for you as a player when you won that championship. Like, that was amazing. That was great to see. But it's like now, it's like y'all done made some pieces. Y'all don't got Chris Middleton there no more. It's like it might be time to find you a better situation to help you. I wouldn't say just win just championships, but to have to get closer. I would say, you know what I'm saying, to be right there when you're supposed to be there, especially in the prime of your career. So yeah, but Giannis, if you want to stay in Milwaukee, bro, hey, if you want to be loyal, deal with some down years, and then work your way up to hopefully win again. Hey, my brother, the ball's in your court. This is all about is whether you're gonna shoot the three or not. All right.
You know it's the organization.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's Chris Middleton and his knees. You know it's Drew Holiday being moved out of town. You know it's Brook Lopez not necessarily being that guy anymore. You know it's those other things. But what I'm saying is that when you're Giannis Antetokounmpo,
Mm-hmm.
as great and phenomenal as you are, although it's through no fault of your own, it's hard to imagine you won a title in 2021, and other than that, you've been going home in the first round.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's underachieving. Now that doesn't mean he's to blame for it,
Yeah.
but it means that with that level of greatness, more was expected. More is on the scene. We're looking at KD, for example. KD got his two titles.
Mm-hmm.
What have we been saying over the last 5 or 6 years? Where have you been? You've either missed the playoffs or you're going home in the first round.
Yeah.
Okay? The one time you went in the second round was when Kawhi Leonard went down and you were able to knock off the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kawhi Leonard went down because remember the game before Kawhi Leonard had played and he dropped 38.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking at stuff like that and we're saying, okay, because you're on this level, more is expected of you. And when that doesn't happen,
That's what I'm saying, bro. If KD is able to win at least one more championship, it would no longer be no kind of like detriment to his legacy anymore. If KD is able to just win one more, he just need that one more. He might not even need to win Finals MVP. If KD gets one more ring, bro, I feel like the talks around his legacy or his whole just years playing in the NBA, bro, it'll be more appreciated for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's like he's getting bashed. You know what I'm saying, for not winning without Steph. Or without the Warriors organization. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if he's able to get that chip, he's able to get another championship, bro. You can shut a lot of people up. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? You could say, hey, man, I won with Steph and without Steph. Just like Steph can say that he has won with or without Kevin Durant. So, hey, KD, shoot, I'll just say try to get you one more. Just try to get you one more, bro. So people can just stop talking bad about your legacy, bro. No cap.
particularly over a lengthy period of time, we're looking at that greatness and saying it wasn't enough. Now, in some instances, it could be you, but not with Giannis. It's not him.
Mm-hmm.
It's that you didn't get the pieces around him. But the reality is that you don't want to sit around and see Giannis at home in the first round every year.
You hate to see it.
And having one title on his resume, not even playing in another title. Nobody wants to see that.
So what
That's
happens?
what's expected.
So what happens if he decides he wants to leave to go compete for that?
I don't have a problem with it. Because the organization would not have done what it's supposed to do.
But that's what,
Okay. So okay. Then that's what made the Kevin Durant thing so, I wouldn't say bad, but that's why people had a lot of negative emotions towards Kevin Durant trading to go to the freaking Warriors. It was because it's like you couldn't blame the organization. You couldn't blame OKC as if OKC didn't do what they wanted to do to hopefully compete for a championship. You couldn't blame the OKC organization. That organization helped build to get to a Western Conference Finals. And that team was up 3-1. OKC with Kevin Durant, 2016, they were up 3-1 on the Warriors. You only had to win one more game, and you're facing LeBron again in the finals. That's all you had to do. But what made it so, like, crazy is that team came back a 3-1, beat you at a Game 7 in Golden State. That team goes to the final. That team goes to the finals. Lose the exact same way that y'all just did. Came back a 3-1, lost, made history. And then you decide, I ain't going to say it was you. It was a mutual relationship. Because I feel like the Warriors wanted KD just as bad as KD wanted to go to the Warriors. So when that happened, people lost they marbles. Because that was a decision based on KD just wanting to leave. He left a freaking already great atmosphere to be on one of the best teams in the league. So it's tough.
that's when he gets knocked for.
It depends. You got to remember. See, everybody says that. Like, for example, LeBron left. He went to join D Wade and Bob.
LeBron was already on
Miami.
a bad team.
So there was a knock for that. Certainly not for me, because the best 4 years I've had with I had no comment whatsoever. It was a beautiful thing for me. So it was cool, right? KD, it wasn't even that you went to Golden State. It was that you did it after Golden State had beat you a month earlier.
That's what I'm saying. That's
you
it.
were up 3-1.
That's it.
Lose a 3-1 lead.
I just said this, bro.
And then when you lose a 3-1 lead, and you end up losing that series,
Yeah.
and you were less than yourself in that Game 6 and that Game 7, to join that same exact team.
Yeah.
Had he left,
That's why it was so bad.
Golden State,
That's why it was so bad.
nobody would have sweated it. It was that he went to the people that knocked him off.
Yeah.
So that's a different scenario than somebody like a Giannis, who wants to be in Milwaukee, has stayed in Milwaukee, delivered a title to Milwaukee, is a greyhound coming right at you, a locomotive coming right at you,
Yeah.
all the time, and you look at the pieces around him literally falling apart. You got Damian Lillard to come there and help him, and when Damian Lillard comes back from his injury, what happens? He tears his Achilles. So everywhere you turn, he just
Then you got rid of
can't
Dame.
catch a break.
Yeah.
Nobody's judging Giannis if he decides to get up and leave Milwaukee.
Yeah.
We know it's not him. And so when I'm on First Take, for example, I did a segment with Cam Newton one time. It was laughing because he would come to the defense and say the kind of things y'all were saying, and I'd be like this: don't let it be you. How about that one? That's the philosophy. Don't let it be you. You can't be the reason. You see what I'm saying? Nobody's looking at Giannis.
Yeah.
But they did look at KD. When you lost against Dallas, they did look at LeBron.
Yeah.
You know, these kind of things happen. When they're looking at you, that's when it gets dicey. As opposed to everyone knows it's not you.
Agreed.
But the pieces around you, the organization couldn't help you, and you decided to move on.
How many other players you feel that's in Giannis' position has that type of like pressure, like you said?
Any other players, I feel Giannis might be one of the only ones. Like, based on like the situation at hand, being a top player in the league, but but just can't get over the hump based on the organization or just based on injuries or stuff like that. I don't think there's another player that's going through that currently but Giannis. Unless I'm missing something. Because everybody basically got their squad. They got either their big three or big four. Like, they got their bench. Like, they got pretty much everything. You know, I'm trying to see. Let's see what Stephen A. say.
You said to win another one. Like,
Is that pressure?
Yeah, we
Wait.
said like Jokic. We just said Tatum.
Pressure to win another championship? Oh, I would say Kevin Durant. I would say Giannis, Kevin Durant. If you want to throw Jokic in there, you can. Pressure to win another one. Probably Boston. Maybe Boston as well. Tatum and Brown. Who else? Pressure to win another one. What NBA players are pressured to win another championship? I think I done said my four.
We've seen Jokic be phenomenal, winning league MVPs, and we know, first of all,
Yeah.
what you let go of Bruce Brown for, what you let go of Jeff Green for, money.
Yeah.
So you compromise Jokic's success because he still went out on the court and delivered.
Yeah,
And
Jokic
you see
still
him
Jokic
walking
gonna
around.
ball
I mean,
every freaking
see
year.
affectionately looking like a big tub of lard. Can't jump onto a curve, and you can't stop him. It's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that. I mean, he's just turning around and he's unstoppable. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable
Yeah.
to watch him play. So you don't point the finger at him.
Yeah.
You are looking at KD.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely KD.
You in Houston, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost in the first round.
Yeah.
That's a damn good team who was the number 2 seed in the West.
Yeah.
All right? They got a young thoroughbred. They got a big man. They got a shooter.
Yeah.
All they really needed
Is
was
you.
a
Yeah.
number one option. I was saying for the longest time during the playoffs, I said Jeff Green's up out of here. Up out of here. Because he's too streaky, but he's too inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
And the level of dedication they felt they needed, they didn't feel they were getting from him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, you Phoenix, okay, that's a young talent you can bring and grow. You still got Devin Booker there, but understand, you got to get something. But I'm looking at KD with.
But I'm not gonna lie though. I think Jalen Green is gonna fit well with Phoenix. I think he's gonna fit pretty good with Phoenix. I think him and that Booker duo, that's gonna be lethal. That's gonna. I don't want to knock that. Yes, the trade for you would want to trade to get something like a Kevin Durant if you're Houston for sure. You know what I'm saying, to be a number one option. You don't have to question who's gonna get the bucket. He's gonna get the bucket for sure. But for Phoenix, I do think Jalen Green going to Phoenix along with Dylan Brooks, who else? Other people, I do think that's going to work for Phoenix as far as their improvements along, based on last season for sure. So I think it was a win-win situation for real.
Udoka coaching this team and the personnel that they have, Houston should be knocking on the door. We look at Dallas. When you talk about a player, it's somebody, I would say it's KD. Anthony Davis comes to my mind. Here's why.
AD, yeah.
You are the reason Luka's gone
Ooh.
in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
See, people not saying that. They keep talking about Luka in LA.
Ooh.
No AD, you in Dallas.
Ooh.
You in Dallas. That's why Luka ain't here.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
You got to show up.
Ooh. That's nah. That's deeper. No, that's deeper. I ain't really never think of it like that. Cause you couldn't have Luka and AD. You only could have one. Look who's on your roster. Look who's on that roster. You only could have either Luka or AD. You chose AD, so you had to let Luka go. Wow. Wow.
You are the reason Luka's gone
Mm.
in Dallas.
Mm.
See, people not saying that. They keep talking about Luka in LA. No AD, you in Dallas.
Mm.
You in Dallas. That's why Luka ain't here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You got to show up. Now, you lucked up because Kyrie wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all know what a showstopper Kyrie is.
Exactly.
And he's a champion, okay? He ain't some just champion that just got a trophy because of LeBron. The brother averaged 27.
Exactly.
Okay, this is Kyrie we talking about. We know what that brother can do.
Yeah.
You got P.J. Watson, you know, scrub. You got Lively and Gafford and them brothers in the middle. You got size that enables Anthony Davis to play his natural position instead of playing the 5, which he didn't want.
Exactly.
Which he was complaining about when he was in LA.
Yeah.
So you look at them, you know Jason Kidd can coach. You got some depth. You're looking at Dallas and you're saying, okay, well, how can they not win if that brother, Anthony Davis, shows up?
Right.
Especially since Luka the reason, and God help him, if Luka's playing all world and the Lakers elevate and they ascend and they're successful, but Dallas ain't.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying like that. I've been I ain't gonna say I've just been stalking Luka, but I've seen Luka is kind of like he ain't saying too much. You know what I'm saying? He grinding, he losing weight. Like, don't let the Lakers go crazy and Luka be an MVP candidate. And as far as Dallas, they can't even get above 500. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you still got Kyrie. He's still injured. He's still hurt. So we're waiting on Kyrie to come back. You do got Cooper Flag. You do got Flag. But if in order for it's AD, Anthony Davis gotta show why he is at Anthony freaking Davis. Anthony Davis got to hoop. Anthony Davis got to hoop. Like Stephen A. say, bro, Anthony Davis has the opportunity to play his old position now. He don't have to try to play a position he's so uncomfortable with playing. As far as being a center, he can play that forward. You know what I'm saying? So, AD got to be healthy. Hopefully, AD is there. I'm gonna say hopefully he's healthy. If AD is healthy, he gotta do what he gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're trying to make enough time for Kyrie to come back and you're still a team that can make a playoff push. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, AD,
That's
yeah.
a bad thing right here. Don't let that happen. I'll tell you right now, you know what? You could have Cooper Flag, and that's nice. You lucked up. You got the number 1 overall pick, and that took some of, some of the venom out of them or whatever. But it'll creep right back up if Luka gets out on that court and busts everybody's ass.
Yeah.
And Anthony Davis is just average. Anthony Davis is an all-star. Anthony Davis is an all-world player. That brother can give you 28 and 12 every night.
Yeah, he can.
You better do it. You better do it. If you don't do it, folks gonna look at you. It's just that simple. So I look at it from that standpoint. Those two names definitely come to my mind when you say, not Giannis, who else? It would be KD and it would be AD.
So let's talk AD real quick. Kyrie, what do you think?
Am I missing anything?
No, listen, you was number 2 without Kevin Durant. If Kevin Durant comes and averages about 26 like he does, and they're not winning, wouldn't that be on the coach?
Yes, if they're not winning, that's not what I mean.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, we watched them during the playoffs, and even when they were going up against Golden State, what were we saying about them? You know what we were saying? Damn, they need a number 1 option.
They need a go-to guy?
They need a guy, and this is my definition of a number 1 guy.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody know what's going to do, what you going to do, and they know whose hands the ball is going to be.
And you know you can't stop him.
And ain't a damn thing you can do about
Exactly.
it. Because he's like, this is me.
Yeah.
Let me just give me the damn ball. Like KD did in the finals.
Yeah.
When Steph and Clay were struggling, I think it was game 4 something against Cleveland. Like, give me the damn ball.
Yeah.
Just give it to me. Let me close this out. That is what you are looking for. This is basketball.
Yeah.
This ain't football where you got 11 guys on the field. You need somebody to block. You understand what I'm saying? You need to run the right route. You need to hope that your quarterback ain't going to get sacked too early. Or whatever. No. This is basketball. At the end of the day, here's the ball.
Yeah.
Take me there. And Houston clearly did not have that.
Yeah.
So you go out and you get Kevin Durant, one of the greatest players to have ever played the game.
Agreed.
Who is a scorer, a professional scorer, a scoring machine. As unstoppable as it comes, 7 feet with a 7'6" wingspan, mid-range, 3-point game, open court, free throw. It don't matter. Whatever way you need him
He
to
got
score,
you.
he can do it with relative ease. It's who he is.
Yeah.
And then you get to Houston and all of a sudden we don't see that? No. No, that's exactly what we expect to see. That's exactly why you're there.
Does he finish top 10 if he gets it done?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah.
listen.
Or even if he doesn't?
Top 12.
To me, I view Kevin Durant as a top 10 player of all time. I always have. You know, people say, like, when they bring up, let's say, for example, hypothetically, if somebody were to bring up Larry Bird, this is me with a Larry Bird. I ain't picking nobody over him in the last 2 minutes.
Okay,
But Bird was money. Just him with his marksmanship and his IQ. The brother was special.
Yeah.
But I take into account who you are for over a 48-minute period.
Right.
And what you bring on a night in, night out basis because of your overall skill set. And I don't view this game as definitively pointing to me 10 dudes that you can pick over Kevin Durant. I think it's insulting, you know, for people to act like, oh my goodness, why would you think about Kevin Durant? I'm like, are you watching basketball? Are you watching what this man has done?
Yeah.
What this man does with a basketball on the offensive side of the ball, the brother's special. And I would put him top 10. But with that being said, you can't go to Houston and fizzle. Cannot happen. And you AD, the pressure's on him because of Luka. Because Luka's not going away.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure you are what you were in the first half of your first game as a Dallas Maverick, when you was going, you like, this is my house. I'm here. You were saying that. Okay, then you got hurt. That's fine. Injuries happen. But your game has to be on that level because Luka is not going away.
I agree. I 1000% agree. I think Luka's gonna go crazy. I think Luka might be runner up for MVP. I think he'll finish like top 3 if he doesn't win it. He'll finish. I think he's gonna finish like top 3. I ain't gonna lie. I just see a different Luka next season. I just see a different Luka. I just see a different freaking Luka Doncic, bro. No cap, bro. So hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I ain't gonna lie, it could get crazy.